Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of T.E.A.R.S. Now today your host Pottyboy, aka Andrew, is going to be taking a look at Super Street Fighter 2. This version was published by US Gold and released in 1995. So this was quite a late release for the Amiga. This is one of 3 Street Fighter 2 games. I've already done a review of Street Fighter 2 The World Warrior. That was episode number 13. I'll probably put a link in below so you can watch it. And of course the next game in the series, and of course the other Street Fighter 2 game is Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which I will be doing a review on. It'll be my next review actually. But anyway, this is a look at Super Street Fighter 2, which is, in my opinion, out of all 3 of them, this is the best of the lot. This is the best. This is the best one to play on the. If you want to play Street Fighter 2 on the Amiga, this is the one to go for. Anyway, so of course this is Super Street Fighter 2. This is of course with Super Street Fighter 2. This is when they brought in all the extra characters like T-Hawk and Cammy and DJ and the likes of it, like DJ and things. Things as you can see here. And right, well, first things off. Well, let's. Of course, obviously, if you've never played Street Fighter, where have you been? It's a freaking classic. What more do you want? Yeah, it's a classic one-on-one beat 'em up, and it's just a great game overall. But this, of course, this is me taking a look at Super Street Fighter 2 on the Amiga. I'm playing the AGA version of the game. Because this is one. There's like 3 different versions of this game available for the Amiga. There's one for like your bog standard A500, with like 1 mega memory sort of thing, and then of course there's another version for the CD32 as well. Difference is the CD32 is basically the AGA version on a CD, really. That's pretty much all. From what I can guess. I've never actually played the CD32 version, but anyway, this is the A1200 version of the game. The main differences between this one and the A500 is that the A500 version, just looks slightly worse. Slightly worse. And one thing I found strange as well is that with the AJ version, you can use a joypad. You can't with But you can't with the A500 version, which seems a bit odd. And I think the AJ version is hard drive installable as well, which is interesting. But saying that, both versions now are hard drive installable thanks to the likes of like WHD load. Like I said, so what do I think of this Super Street Fighter 2? Graphic. In terms of the aesthetics, the graphics and the sound and whatnot, it's not that good really. Really, I mean the colours. The graphics aren't terrible. The animation's still pretty good things. It's just the fact that it just seems to have all. It just seems to. I don't know. It seems like all the colour and detail has been sucked out. In favour of a lower resolution. It runs quite low res actually, and the sound. The music's unrecognisable. The sound is that's right. They've got they managed to fit most of the sampled speech in. So for example, when Ryu pulls off his dragon punch, he says Hadouken. So but obviously there are a few there are obviously a few speech samples missing, like when Ryu does his flying kick. It doesn't go he goes like it just goes huh. But I mean obviously it doesn't detract from the game. In terms of the gameplay, this game actually plays really well. Actually, like I said, the graphics may not be all that much, but the game itself runs very smoothly. And it's just a really playable game. They got the controls pretty much right on with this one. Because this one you can actually use you know, with the AJ version of the game you can use either a joypad or in fact you can even have use a 2-button joystick if you want. When you're using basically a 2-button joypad or joystick, one does all the kicks, one does all the punches. When you're playing when you're playing with 1-button stick, basically you press the shift key to basically alternate between kicks and punches. It's a bit like the Mega Drive Street Fighter 2, where you have to press whereby if you're playing with a 3-button pad, you have to press start to alternate between punches and kicks. Which I suppose makes sense. But yeah, overall, this is a really good version of the game, and yeah, like I said, the only thing that lets it down are the graphics, and I think the sound could be a little bit better, but it's not too bad. But to be honest, it's actually the sound. Actually, to be fair, the sound isn't actually too bad at all. But yeah, I just think they could have made it look just a little bit nicer, perhaps. But in terms of the playability and stuff, it's pretty much bang on, really. It's Street Fighter 2. What more do you want? Yeah, it's. I'm just waffling on and on now as I losing words to say. But yes, yeah. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of beat 'em ups at the moment, as you probably noticed, because I'm in a bit of a mood for doing a lot of beat 'em ups on the Amiga. Obviously, because obviously in the past, we'll talk about games like Pit Fighter and things, and talking about and of course, I was talking to my mates about Dangerous Streets, about how bad that game is. And I thought, let's just go on a fighting binge. Let's take a look at some of the best beat 'em ups. I've got there's a few more beat 'em ups I want to do. Obviously, there's the Body Blows games I want to do. Fighting Spirit is one, and another really good one I come across is Shadow Fighter, which is a really good little beat 'em up from Gremlin. So I want to do reviews of those. And but anyway, I think it's about time I wrap this video up. Super Street Fighter 2, the new challenges. Of course, like I said, this is the AJ version I'm looking at. It's also on the A500 and on CD32 as well. From what I played of the AJ version so far, it's really good actually. I do rate this one. It's probably one of the best beat 'em ups I played on the Amiga. Actually, it's just a really good little game, and it's Street Fighter 2. What more do you want? Anyway, so like I said, I'm going to leave it here now. I'm going to give this game a score of 4 out of 5. Thank you very much for watching.
Things like this, things like that.
It's all good in the long run.